Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode 25 in the book of 2nd John. It's our first and maybe one of two recordings in the book of 2nd John. This is episode number 1. I'm going to title today, Keep on Truckin' with Jesus. Now, this was a cartoon and a song of the late 60s and early 70s. The song, which is kind of the soundtrack, was by Eddie Kendricks, which is a groovy tune. I listened to it this morning, but the real genius behind it was a cartoonist from California by the name of R.Crumb, C-R-U-M-B, and he was this underground anti-establishment cartoonist of the late 60s, and it's this guy with the great foreshadowing and kind of a groovy guy. The idea is keep on going, and that's a big theme of the letter, as we'll see here today. Now, we're going to look at 2nd John today, but 1st John was written because of the threats from Antichrist, quote unquote. That is, those that are opposed to Christ. So these people had gone out from their congregation. They'd gone out from them, and they acted like they were a part of us. And the deception is an important part of this concept. So they were actually deceivers. They were liars. So no one who denies the Son has the Father. It says in 1st John chapter 2, verse 23, and every spirit is not to be believed, ladies and gentlemen, but they should be tested. So false prophets, false communicators are out there, and you can know the difference. And how do you know the difference? So every spirit that does not confess Jesus is not from God. And then today we're going to find a group of people who have failed to keep on trucking with Jesus, and that's another one of the ways that we can discern whether these people are in the kingdom or outside the kingdom, and we should be wary of them. So similarly, 2nd John calls out similar warnings, is that many deceivers have gone out into the world in verse 7. It's only one chapter, by the way. Verse 7 says, many deceivers have gone out into the world. Many people are out there that don't confess Jesus. In other words, they don't keep on trucking with Jesus. So not trucking with Jesus means you're deceiving, means you're antichrists, and that you have failed to abide in the teaching of God and Christ. So no abiding equals no practicing the ministry of stability, no keeping on trucking in Jesus. So remember, continuance, this is a good thing to write in the corner of your Bible, continuance is the test of reality. And true Christians abide. That is, they keep on trucking with Jesus. So the author here is going to give you, John, is going to give you some ways to know, things to say, things to do. So people that are in the kingdom, they keep saying the right things, Jesus-centered things. They're trucking with the truth. So in verse 4, he says, I rejoice greatly to find some of your children walking in the truth, just as we were commanded by the Father. So what a great thing. Young people, spiritual heritage people are trucking in the truth. And then stay saying the right things. So Jesus-centered, trucking with the truth. So continuance and truth. And then the other thing is doing the right thing, which is, in the context of John, is loving one another. So keep on trucking with the truth and also keep on trucking with love. So what is love? Verse 6 says it. This is love. Walk according to the commandments. And it's an action, it's motion, it's continuance, it's keeping on trucking, it's keeping on loving. So no trucking equals no loving. So keep in the truth, keep in the commandments, keep in the communication of God. So let me read the passage. This is from 2nd John, verse 1. This is season 25. To the elder to the lady and her children, whom I love in truth, and not only I, but also all who know the truth. Because of the truth that abides in us and will be with us forever. Grace, mercy, and peace will be with us from God the Father and from Jesus Christ, the Father's Son, in truth and love. Two big things there, truth and love. Verse 4, I rejoice greatly to find some of your children walking in the truth, just as we were commanded by the Father. And now I ask you, dear lady, not as though I were writing to you a new commandment, but the one that we have had from the beginning, that we love one another. So keep on trucking with the knucklehead, loving the knucklehood. Verse 6, and this is love, that we walk according to his commandments. So keep on trucking with his commandments and his truth. This is the commandment, just as you have heard from the beginning, so that you should walk in it. Verse 7, for many deceivers have gone out into the world, those who do not confess the coming of Jesus Christ in the flesh. So these people are now failing to keep on trucking with Jesus. Such a one is a deceiver. That's the big warning here. Such a one is a deceiver and the Antichrist. Watch yourselves so that you may not lose what we have worked for, but may win a full reward. Everyone who goes on ahead and does not abide in the teaching of Christ, doesn't keep on trucking in the teaching, does not have God. No teaching, no God. Whoever abides in the teaching, keeps on trucking with the teaching, has both the Father and the Son. If anyone comes to you and does not bring this teaching, do not receive him into your house or give him any greeting. For whoever greets him takes part in his wicked deeds. So verse 10 says, don't keep trucking with those who aren't trucking with Jesus, but say they are, these deceivers. Final greetings, verse 12. Though I have much to write you, I would rather not use paper and ink. Instead, I hope to come to you and talk face to face so that our joy may be complete. The children of your elect sister greet you. So, everyone, verse 9, everyone who goes on ahead and doesn't abide in the teaching, that is, keeps on trucking with Jesus, does not have God. Abiding in the truth and trucking with Jesus, that person has the Father and the Son. And don't lose what we have worked for. So don't stop keeping trucking for Jesus. And this is love, that you keep trucking with Jesus. Keep on trucking with an old and new commandment, which is to love one another. And keep on trucking in truth. So abiding is keeping on trucking with Jesus. Keeping on trucking with the truth and his teaching. Keeping on trucking with love. And keeping on trucking with the Father. And don't truck with those who aren't trucking anymore and say they are. So true believers, true brothers, keep on trucking.